Today we're looking at the last time the current Premier League clubs have been relegated. Look, we have Arsenal, Manchester City, Manchester United, Liverpool, Aston Villa, Brighton, Bournemouth, Chelsea, Brentford, and Fulham. We have Everton, Sunderland, Crystal Palace, Newcastle United, Leeds, Nottingham Forest, West Ham, Tottenham, Burnley, and Wolverhampton. As of today's recording, Wolverhampton and Burnley are confirmed relegated teams of the season 2025. So their latest times that they were relegated was this year. Now Tottenham, they're in a relegation battle with West Ham, potentially Nottingham Forest, and Leeds. Listen, Tottenham could go down. And we're going to start off with Tottenham. Tottenham Hotspurs. The last time Tottenham Hotspurs were relegated from top division of English football was in the season 1976-77. In the second season, Tottenham immediately returned to top division that following season, finishing in second place. Since the return to first division football, it's been 48 years at top flight. And since the founding of the Premier League in 1992, they are one of 6 Premier League clubs to have never been relegated. Tottenham hold a record of 48 seasons at top flight football without relegation. West Ham United. The last time West Ham United was relegated from first division was back in 2010-2011 season. They were relegated with 33 points in the 20th position, sending them down to the Championship second division of English football. They immediately secured promotion to the Premier League via the Championship playoff by beating Blackpool in a late winner goal from Ricardo, making the scoreline 2-1. Ever since the relegation, they held on to first division football for over a decade. Now, Nottingham Forest. The last time Nottingham Forest were relegated from first division was back in 1998-99 season. They were also relegated from the Championship in 2005 and stayed in the English third division for 3 seasons. In their 2021-22 season, they finished 4th place, securing playoffs. They went on to beat Sheffield United in the semis and Huddersfield in the finals, guaranteeing promotion. It took them over 20 years to be able to come back to first division football. That's insane, 20 years. Now we have Leeds United. In the 2022-23 Premier League seasons, Leeds United finished 19th with 31 points, sending them down to the Championship. Leeds spent 2 years in the championships, and in their first season of the championship, they secured 3rd place, but unable to reach promotion via championship playoffs. In their second season, with a 100 points, they secured 1st place, meaning an automatic promotion back to the Premier League. Crystal Palace. Failing to secure a win on their final match day of the 2004-05 season, Crystal Palace finished 18th, placing 18th place, relegating them down to the Championship. The Championship season 2012-13, Crystal Palace managed 5th place, securing a Championship playoff position. They went on to reach the finals, going up against Watford, who placed 3rd that season. Wilfried Zaha was fouled in the penalty box, awarding Crystal Palace a penalty. With Kevin Phillips to take it, Crystal Palace win 1-0, promoting them back to the first division. Who remembers Wilfried Zaha, man? The streets will never forget. Sunderland. In 2016-2017 Premier League season, Sunderland in 20th, last place, were relegated down to the Championship. That following season, Sunderland were again relegated to the 3rd division of English football. They managed to come back to the Championship in 2022. At the end of the 2024-25 Championship season, Sunderland secured a 4th position for the Championship playoff. They went on to beat Sheffield United in a dramatic 2-1 score, guaranteeing them back to the Premier League. Now, Everton, one of 6 clubs to never get relegated from the Premier League, but the last time they were relegated from first division was all the way back in 1951. After 3 seasons in the second division, the 1953-54 season, they finished runner-ups and were promoted back to the first division. They've been in the first division ever since, holding a record of 72 seasons at the top flight of English football without relegation. 72, guys. That's yeah, that's insane. Fulham, at the end of the 2020-21 Premier League season, Fulham were relegated down to the Championship. Who remembers that 2020? Dark days. With the help of Alexander Mitrovic with having 43 goals, Fulham won the Championship League and got promoted back to the Premier League in the 2021-22 season. They currently hold 10th place in the Premier League. They're literally a mid-table team now. Brentford. In the season 1946-47, Brentford got relegated down to the second division. After 74 years, Brentford returned to first division football in the year 2021. During those 74 years, Brentford has seen third division and fourth division football. Their highest ever position in English football was fifth place, all the way back in 1935. Bournemouth in the season 2019-2020, Bournemouth were relegated from the Premier League after staying in first division for 5 seasons. Even though they beat Everton 3-1, they fell short of 1 point to guarantee them safety. On their second season at the second division, they managed to finish runner-ups in the championship, securing them a position back in the Premier League. They currently sit 8th in the Premier League. Another mid-table team. Now we have Brighton Albion. The last time Brighton were relegated was all the way back in 1983, where they were in last place. Jesus. Interestingly enough, in that same season, they reached the FA Cup final, where they lost to Manchester United 4-0. So they reached a domestic cup final, but they still get relegated. Make that make sense, Brighton. After 34 years, Brighton returned to first division in the year 2017. But during those 34 years, Brighton has seen third and fourth division and almost reaching non-league English football. Aston Villa. In the season 2015-16, Aston Villa were relegated down to the Championship, ending their 28-year-long stay at English football. Top flight English football. My bad, guys. In 2018-19 season, led by their captain, Jack Grealish, who remembers him, Aston Villa secured 5th, sending them off to the Championship playoffs. Reaching the finals in the Championship, Aston Villa beat Derby County 2-1, promoting them back to the Premier League after 3 seasons in the second division. Liverpool, one of the goats of the Premier League. The last time Liverpool relegated from top flight English football was all the way back in 1953-54 season. They spent 8 long years in the second division before returning back to the first division in 1962. Liverpool has the 3rd longest consecutive run without relegation with 64 seasons. Liverpool is one of the 6 clubs to never get relegated from the Premier League. Manchester United. Funny enough, Manchester City gave Manchester United the final blow, sending them down to the second division all the way back in 1973-74 season. In the following season, Manchester United won the second division with 60 points, enough to get them back promoted. Since then, Manchester United have been relegated from the first division, have never been relegated from the first division, holding a record of 51 seasons at top flight football. Now, Manchester City. Manchester City were relegated in the year 2001, where they finished 18th place. In the following season, now being in the second division, Manchester City finished off with 99 points, placing them first, returning them back to first division. Manchester City never looked back from that, and in today's football, they are a powerhouse. Arsenal, who's in first place right now, hold the record for the longest consecutive top flight football without relegation with 106 seasons. That is 100, and I'm going to repeat that, 106. The last time Arsenal were relegated was all the way back in 1912-13 season. Through 1913 and 1915, Arsenal played 2 seasons at second division. Then, due to World War I, English football stopped until its return in 1919. In 1919, English football expanded from 20 to 22 teams, largely pushed by the chairman, Sir Henry Norris. Arsenal were voted into the new expanded first division football. So they didn't earn first division by getting promoted. No. It was heavily pushed by the chairman, Sir Henry Norris. What do you guys think about that? And that is this video, boys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I'll check you guys on the next one.